We're gonna start twisting. So we wanna bring that arm, so you could bring the hand or the forearm and then start twisting from here without hanging into your hip. So staying up here and moving in, or bring the elbow or the upper arm, pressing the foot and the arm against each other, using that twist, that pressure to come up and in. So I'm pulling the knee back with my butt. I'm not moving my hip backwards to get into the pose. So that's the challenge, really strengthening the outside of the hips here, building up those glutes. Welcome everybody to this Hatha class. So basically Hatha, a little bit more classical yoga. We'll take it a little bit slower, exploring some of the poses, but I'll also try to make it a little bit more challenging for some of you who want to. So I'll give some options here to kind of stay in the poses or to work a little bit more deep and extra if you'd like to. So we're going to get started. Come to a nice, comfortable sitting position on your mats. So just any type of position. So no tense, no pinching in the hips, feeling nice and comfortable in our backs. And we can go ahead and close our eyes or just have a relaxed, soft gaze. And we can start here with taking a few deep breaths in through our nose, and then just out through our mouths. Taking a moment to land, moving our awareness around ourself, around our own mats. Noticing how we're doing today, our energy, how the body is feeling, our thoughts, and our feelings. Also noticing here what we've brought with us onto our mats today. Maybe we're holding on to some baggage, some weight, some things that we don't need with us right now. So anything that's drawing your focus, your attention elsewhere, somewhere else, connecting onto other things, see if you can start to just let those things go. Letting them float away from here and now. And giving ourselves to this moment. Allowing ourselves to just observe the body, our breathing, the music. Being in this moment. And when you're ready to begin to activate the body a little bit more, taking more and more control, we're going to start with the bandhas, Mula Bandha, the root lock, the area between our legs, a small activation. Moving up Uddiyana Bandha, the stomach lock, just below the navel, pulling in towards the spine. Closing the mouth, breathing in and out through the nose in an even tempo. Feel free to connect with your Ujjayi as well. So creating this little restriction in the back of the throat. So we're making this whispering sound or the sound of waves on our breath. Very nice, you guys. We're going to start moving by placing our hands behind us, activating the back body while opening the front body. So the muscles in your back start contracting, pulling the shoulder blades together and down, sending your heart towards the ceiling, releasing the front, but also engaging the glutes here, our butt. So pulling the knees down, opening the inside of the thighs, and maybe gently begin to lift the hips up off the floor. Rotating the biceps outwards, engaging as much as you feel like here. And on the next exhale, releasing the pose. Very nice. Straightening out the legs in front of us. Finding a little Paschimottanasana stretch. So maybe the knees are bent, maybe they're straight. Folding over, we can support here with the hands, maybe grabbing the toes if we're ready for that. Finding some length, engaging the core, breathing in, and then on the exhale, folding over deep. So the opposite here, opening the back body. Maybe engaging more in the front body. Become deeper into the pose. Very nice. Opening up the legs a little bit to the side for a gentle Upavishta Konasana, and then finding a side stretch. So placing the hand nice and far behind us for some good support. Elbow is down, yeah, shoulder away from the ear. The other arm is coming up, finding some breath, some length here, and then just keep going deeper and deeper. So in this class, even though the pose is kind of still and static, we can still go deeper and deeper and deeper for every breath that we take. So imagine here engaging more, lengthening, finding this expansion in every direction that you can. And coming up, changing sides. So maybe it takes a moment for the body to get used to the pose. And when it does, see if you can start challenging to find more expansion. One more breath. And releasing the pose. Coming up onto all four. Finding our cat-cow here, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and just getting started whenever you're ready. So engaging the front and the back body one at a time. Warming up the spine. One more. And coming back to tabletop, getting ready to thread the needle. So on the inhale, sending one of the arms up to the roof, spreading the shoulder blades. On the exhale, coming down. So here the forearm, elbow, maybe the upper arm or even the shoulder all the way down. Trying to place the shoulders in the midline between the knees. Finding a deep twist. Keep your hips above your knees, so don't push the hips out to one side. Now the other hand that's on the floor, maybe you want to wrap that around on your back or to the opposite hip, and then pulling the shoulder blades together to go even deeper. Same thing here, we can stay just static in the pose or keep exploring and see how deep we can twist. And you might even then feel a slight stretch on the front of the shoulder of the arm that's on top. All right, releasing the pose. On the inhale, we're gonna do that opposite twist again. So the one arm all the way up to the ceiling. Be nice and gentle here with your spine. Exhale, come down and changing sides. Inhale. If it's going too fast, then feel free to slow it down a little bit here, taking everything in your own tempo.
Final breath. And releasing. Coming out of the pose. Finding that opposite twist all the way up. And coming down. Very nice. We're going to find a little side plank here, modified, so protecting the wrists. Yeah, we're not putting too much weight on the hands too soon. So the one ball out to the side, leaning over. Keep the shoulder over the hand. Rotate the biceps forward. The other end is coming up. So here, this could be a fairly static pose, or we can really work on engaging as much as possible. First, spread the shoulder blades. Using your bandhas, sending the side body up to the ceiling, along with your hips. Press down into the hand and the top foot, and then imagine pulling them towards each other, almost so that you start lifting that knee underneath you. Very nice. Exhale, coming down and changing sides. So ball out, leaning over, pressing. Inhale, expanding. Pressing into the hand and the foot, pulling them towards each other. Maybe gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhale, releasing the pose. All right, finding our downward facing dog. Finding the full expression of the pose here. And again, seeking expansion. Rotating the arms, the biceps forward, spread those shoulder blades. All right, so walking one leg forward between the hands. Feel free here to take several steps. If it's too hard to get in front, then walk the leg on the outside of the hands and then bring it in front of you. Drop that back knee. You're gonna stretch the front of the hip as usual. Stay down or coming up. And here we can begin to find that activation. So abdominals in, pressing the hips forwards, pulling with that front leg. You can also imagine the back knee that you're pulling that towards you, yeah? While finding length out to the top of the head. Maybe the last breath here, lift that back knee. Try to straighten it out as much as you can without losing your hips, yeah? And losing that lower back. So keep pressing forwards while you're straightening it out. And folding down, hips coming back behind us. Maybe straightening out that front knee, flexing the foot. Try not to lift your butt, yeah, or your hip up. Keep it down and parallel while we're folding over. So engaging the front body, the core to find length and a straight back, and your hip flexor, the front of your hip is pulling you down and over your leg. Final breath here, lifting that back knee to fold even deeper. Beautiful. Hands in front of us. See now if you can do it a little bit more challenging. Lift up that front leg. So really working the front hip. And then we're gonna place it underneath us and find our pigeon pose. Feel free to modify here as you'd like. So maybe take a second, yeah, for the hip to open up and get ready, and then we start to fold forward. And then again, you can be here in a very relaxed version of the pose or a very active version. So pulling the stomach in, pressing your hips down, pressing into that front foot almost so that you're lifting your body up. Energy out to the back heel, so lift the knee up off the floor, sending your arms forward, and maybe almost so active here that you can even lift your hands up off the floor. Last breath. And bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Reverse tiger curl, pressing down on the full exhale. Think plank, pull yourself forwards with the hands. Stepping back into our downward dog. 2 breaths here. Full version of the pose. Beautiful, yogi. Stepping forward with the opposite foot. drop that back knee. So here, stay here, a little bit more relaxed if that's where you want to work today, or maybe in the middle, activating a little bit, or activating the whole body. So stomach, glutes, pull, push, lengthen up, find the expansion in your breath as well. Deeper and deeper for every breath. Last one here, see if you can keep that hip in place, lifting the back knee, straightening it out, increasing the stretch even more. And exhale, down, folding over. Length out to the top of your head. Hugging that thigh with a long spine. Keep flexing that foot. Final breath. Feel free to stay here or begin to lift that back knee, coming deeper and deeper and deeper. And then trying to lift that front leg up off the mat. And then placing it down in pigeon pose. Beautiful. Finding a nice stretch here, opening up the hip. And then feel free to activate it, yeah? Stomach, glutes, pressing down. Straighten out that back leg, coming up on your hands. Maybe even so active that you can lift your hands up. Last breath. And back. Deep inhale. To then exhale. Reverse tiger curl, pulling yourself forward, stepping back, and finding downward facing dog. All right. When you're ready here now, inhale, gaze forward. Focus on the arms. Exhale, bend the knees. And then we're just gonna rock gently. A little bit more each time. Maybe taking some small jumps here. And then when you're feeling it, when the moment is right, see if you can jump up and then gently step into the hands. Very nice. Excellent, yogis. From here, inhale, flat back. We're gonna stay here for a second. Spreading those toes, straightening out those knees, sending the hips forward so they're over your feet, not behind your heels. There we go. And exhale, folding all the way down. Try to keep your hips here now. Inhale, coming all the way up with a straight spine. Arms up. Upward salute. And exhale. The hands are coming down. Very nice. Taking a moment here. Hands are the hips. Connecting with the body. The bandhas down and up. Finding your dry breath. On your next inhale, opening the heart upwards, the lower ribs, slight back bend, and on the exhale, the front of the hips are pulling together, hugging the stomach down. Keep the hips over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Now, yogis, if your wrists are ready, I want you to lean forward over your hands as much as you can. So we're gonna just lift the weight away from the toes and then floating back to our plank. Excellent, staying here, full activation. So hips are coming up, in with the stomach, in with the ribs. Keep leaning forwards over your hands. 3 chaturanga push-ups. On the exhale, lowering down, pull the shoulder blades together. On the inhale, coming up. 2 more. Exhale down, hold the form, and up.
Last one. And up. Very nice. Okay, just come down, laying down on your bellies. So option here, baby cobra, yeah, or full cobra. So it depends on what your back is ready for. Keep some good space between your legs. Hands beside your chest. So don't think your hands under your shoulders, but try to bring them further back, yeah? Elbows into the body. If it feels better, have your hands further out. That's totally fine. Pressing, lift your knees, activate your thighs, your butt, maybe even close your eyes to focus on activating the back muscles to lift up from the floor. Only using your hands what you need, making sure this feels delicious, yeah? We're gonna stay here a couple more breaths and just keep activating more, finding that expansion that we're looking for to go deeper and deeper into this back bend. One last breath. Activate even more, and exhale slowly, releasing the pose and shaking out the hips. All right, we're coming up once more when you're ready. Inhale, press down, coming up. Keep pulling together, activating even more. And then when you reach a point where you're like, yeah, this is good for me, stay there. Take a second, the body will get used to the pose, and then activate even more, come even deeper. And on your exhale, releasing, coming down. Very nice. We're gonna do this once more, but take a break, yeah? Just shake out the hips a little bit. Okay, when you're ready, one more time. Inhale, start coming up. Releasing a little bit the front body to allow the stretch to go even more. Pull the shoulders down, shoulder blades together. Remember, the body stops at a point. Give it a second. And then see if you can go even deeper on your next breath. Exhale, releasing the pose. Beautiful. Okay, pressing back, all fours. Finding your child's pose, Balasana. Curving the spine. Deep breaths. Try not to think of breathing into your belly here, but breathing into either your sides or the back. The same thing, using the breath consciously to create more space and expansion in the back body. Last breath. And releasing the pose. We're gonna come up and find our downward facing dog again. So from here, I really want you guys to activate the whole downward facing dog. Yeah, take a moment, press a little bit side to side, really focusing on pushing down into the feet and the hands and activating your core. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up one of the legs into three-legged dog without moving any of the weight from side to side. So you need to compensate here. Lifting the one leg straight up with straight hips. So don't open the hips, keep them parallel. You're activating your butt and your thigh to lift up more and more. From here, tiger curl. So pull yourself with your hands. Don't just move the weight forward, but pull yourself forward on your hands, bringing the knee to your chest and your nose is coming in. All right, holding here, one more breath. Keep pulling a little bit deeper, placing the foot down between your hands. Very nice, yogis. Taking a break here, bring the back knee down. One or two breaths. So you can decide, you can stay down here, working the same muscles that we did in the warm-up, or we can lift the back knee, making it a little bit more challenging. Okay, hands on the hips, in front of the heart, or sending them straight up. So we can be here fairly relaxed or going deeper. So deep pose, stomach, butt, pull yourself forward, stretch out that back leg, keep going deeper and deeper. And then here, really pressing the shoulders up to the ears, hands towards each other. Straightening out those elbows. Expansion in every direction. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Beautiful. And then from here, hands to the hips, straightening the front leg. Do a little active break. Using your butt here, the next breath. We're gonna rotate that back leg. So we're not just moving, but we're using the butt to move it out and finding our warrior two. If it's a little bit easy, this pose, then just come deeper down, yeah? Spreading out the arms as well. You wanna work your arms and shoulders a little bit today. Watch that front knee, Maria. That your knee isn't tilted. Yeah, there you go, pulling it out, very nice. Okay, in with the stomach and the lower ribs. Get the hips underneath you, there you go, very nice. Okay, coming up here, hands to the hips. Do a little active break as well. Moving into the inside of the thighs, we're gonna pull them together, moving back into that pose where we just were. This little modified lunge. Full focus on the front leg, pushing down, pulling ourselves forward, and we're gonna find a little balance here in warrior three. So if you feel ready for it, yeah? You're pulling in and moving straight into your warrior three. Hands on the hips in front of your heart or up, or maybe bring the hands down to the floor to remove some of that challenging balance pose. So what you want to do here is keep the torso and the back leg parallel to the floor, and then your hips directly over the foot that you're standing on. So don't send the hips further back or further forwards. Okay, take a moment here, find the position, and keep finding that expansion. Where is it stopping? Where can you activate more? Final breath. We're gonna exhale, bend the standing leg, hands to the floor for reverse tiger curl. So on the full exhale, lifting up, pull yourselves forwards and hold, hold, hold. Inhale, three-legged dog, parallel hips. Stay here, keep finding that length, keep activating even more. Very nice. The standing leg that you're standing up, yeah? Focus here now. Inhale, gaze forwards between the hands. Exhale, bend the standing leg, and then doing a couple of rocking motions like we did in the beginning. Maybe if you want to, step slightly forwards towards the hands, staying here, or doing some small hops up. If you feel like it, try to find that alignment, shoulders over the hands, hips over the shoulders, and working in towards a little handstand balance. Keep activating those thighs and the glutes. Final breath. Beautiful. Landing back into our three-legged dogs, stepping that leg further back, opening up into scorpion. So now you're allowed to open up the hips, leaning into the foot and the hand, letting the toes guide us, and we're gonna drop down for our wild thing. So from here, toes are leading, 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 touching the floor, coming down to sitting, taking a moment. So sit down, take a little break, rest the body, to move into wild thing with this idea of continuing expansion, yeah? So you can do modify here with both legs, or straighten out the same leg as your arm. Maybe rotating this hand that's behind us, and then when you're ready, start lifting up. So here, maybe hand on the hip, more close to the heart, or sending over, and then just keep going deeper and deeper and exploring the pose. Two more breaths. Keep going, keep going. Okay, last exhale, sitting down. Very nice. Now, this leg that's bent, that's furthest away from the mat, that's gonna come around into our reverse tiger curl, yeah? So press down into the hand and the foot that's on the mat, and then that's bringing us in and over. Inhale one more time to three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing that foot down.
bending both knees, finding your child's pose, taking a rest here. 3-4 breaths. And if you need to, take a sip of water. So this is your break. Taking this moment again, gaining your focus, noticing where you are, bringing your awareness around your own mat again. Noticing your thoughts, your feelings. If there's anything that's going on that's too active here, connecting to something somewhere else, see if you can let those things go. Bringing ourselves back to this state of awareness. Relaxing around and between the eyes. Very nice. Coming up, downward facing dog, getting ready for the opposite side. Full expression of the pose. Activate more and more. When you're ready now, release the opposite leg up to three-legged dog. Keep the hips parallel, straight arms. Keep lifting and exploring and expanding deeper and deeper. Don't hold back. Keep going, keep breathing. Beautiful. When you're ready here now, pulling yourself forward with your hands. Think high plank. Bring the knee to the chest, your heel into your hip, and then curving your neck. Making space beneath you. Place the foot down between the hands. Drop the back knee for a quick breath. Deciding here, keep the knee down to work a little bit easier, or bringing the knee up. Stomach, hips, pressing forward, legs down, pull towards each other. Length, length, length. Hands wherever you like to. Keep going deeper into the pose. Long, deep breaths. Last one. And bringing the hands down to the hips, straightening out that front leg, taking a moment here. Regaining energy. Using your butt, your glutes are starting the movement, opening up that back leg, keeping the front leg straight, bending the knee. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana. Maybe coming deeper, maybe adding the arms. Here we can be pulling the legs towards each other as well, while we're going deeper, sending the arms out. Watch that front knee again. There you go, very nice. Beautiful, a little bit deeper, last breath. And pressing down to come up, and then a little rest for a second. Okay. Inside of the thighs, yeah, is what's starting the movement. So try to keep everything else still, but here is moving in. Pressing into that front leg, pulling forwards. We're getting ready for your warrior 3. So you can come in and grab and hold, or just lift straight up. Now remember, this is a preparation, right? We're continuing, this is the progression of the three-legged dog that we were in, and it's also preparation for our handstands that we're gonna be working on later. So when you're ready, just come up. Remember, don't lose the lower back and start arching. So stomach is activated, in with the lower ribs, and try to find that length in the lower spine. The back knee and toes are straight down. So both of you, see if you can rotate the balls of your foot down. There you go, nice. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. 2 more breaths. So we're really working on stabilizing the hips here, working those smaller parts of the glutes. All right, very nice. On the next deep exhale, bending the knee, long step behind us, lifting up, reverse tiger curl,
but pull yourself forward. Deep breaths. More. Deeper, 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 deeper. Inhale, coming back to our three-legged dog, and hold. Expansion. This is a preparation for your handstand. So keep activating, keep finding that length. Placing the shoulders. Beautiful. When you're ready now, gaze forwards. Maybe you take a little hop forwards for the leg to get a little bit closer to kick up, or just start rocking back and forth, yeah? This is also a very nice pose. If it gets too heavy, take that leg down for a second and then lift it back up. And if you feel ready for it, then you can start doing some small kicks, and then maybe continue to go deeper and deeper into kicking the way up over the hands. Shoulders to the ears, biceps forwards. You have space between the shoulder blades. Keep hugging that core. Pushing everything up as one full movement, yeah? Okay, you guys, last breath, coming back into the three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, three-legged dog, three-legged dog. Opening up into scorpion. Now feel that stretch in the front of the hip. Hold the heel into your butt. Knee up to the roof. Knee up to the roof. There you go. More. Now your toes are going to lead and pull you back down behind. Hold as long as you can. And we're going to drop the foot down to the floor. Just come to sitting, yeah? Take a break there before your wild thing. So you can gather your energy. Very nice. And then when you're ready, you can start making your way up and finding the pose. Very nice. Keep going. 2 more. Keep going. Rotate. Heart is up. And coming back down to sitting. 1 breath in between here. So the leg that's bent, yeah, that's gonna come under you for your reverse tiger curl, pulling yourselves forwards, curving. Breathing into three-legged dog. Exhale, the leg is coming down, bend both your knees, finding your child's pose, taking a rest. Beautiful, very nice, you guys. Noticing where you are, taking this moment to collect your thoughts, gather your awareness. Okay, when you're ready, downward facing dog. Working on jumping forwards. So full expression of the pose, especially your shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders straight here, yeah? Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bending. So just rocking here, full focus. Imagining what you need to keep activated in order to jump or float forwards to the hands, and then landing super soft without making a sound. Yes, beautiful. Very nice. Okay, folding over here, shifting the weight into the legs. Inhale, knees in front of the toes, coming up into our chair pose. Okay, in with the stomach. Keep coming down. So don't send the hips backwards, yeah? So send them down and the knees forward. You can lift up the arms as well. So here it's normal that we need to compensate by pushing the chest forwards to bring the arms back because we don't have that openness in the shoulders. So see if we can just keep the chest in place and then work on the muscles between your shoulder blades to keep pulling them back here, yeah? And then that's that alignment, that's that pushing that we're working with in our downward facing dog and that we also need in our arm balances. All right, I know that this is heavy, one more breath. And then we're gonna exhale, fold down forwards, hands in front of us, moving into our little arm balance again. So as far forwards as we can, trying to lift that weight up from the feet. Maybe we can hold for a second and then coming back down, or maybe we just lift up the weight from one foot at a time. Beautiful, beautiful, you guys. Last one, slow movements. Coming back down, finding the chair pose, lifting up. Okay, toes are straight forwards, Maria. So, yeah, there you go, straighten them up. So that we don't start laying on the inside of the ankles, yeah? Deep pose, you guys. I won't keep you here for that long now. Last breath. And then folding forwards on the exhale, and then you can choose now. Leaning forwards again if your wrists are okay. So this is a really good preparation for your arm balances. Doing this one, yeah, working the strength in the shoulders and the hands. If you feel like it, then you could also just move into your bakasana, yeah? Your crow pose or your crane. And if you feel like this one is going pretty well, you have full control over it, then you can start to do some bakasana to bakasana push-ups. So bending the elbows as far down as you can, and on the inhale, straightening the arms as much as you can. Super challenging for the wrists here. So be careful. Move slow, move with your breath, move with control. Yeah, so try not to shift the weight back again, yeah? When you're doing it, keep the weight over your hands. Final couple breaths. Okay, very nice. Bring the feet down, just folding over, so shifting the weight out of the hands, giving them a little break. Very nice, yogis. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding over. So engaging that core. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Give it a little shake up. Okay. So introducing a new little balance pose here for you guys. Revolved chair. So come up to standing. We're here at the front of the mats. The one leg is coming up. We've done this one before, yeah? So rotating out, remember, moving from the hip, placing over, making that number 4. So I'm pulling the knee back with my butt. I'm not moving my hip backwards to get into the pose, okay? Pressing down, then don't hang into your hip either. So that's the challenge, really strengthening the outside of the hips here, building up those glutes. Slowly lowering down. Now from here, you might just want to stay. We're going to start twisting, so we want to bring that arm, so you could bring the hand or the forearm and then start twisting from here without hanging into your hip. So staying up here and moving in, or bring the elbow or the upper arm, pressing the foot and the arm against each other, using that twist, that pressure to come up and in. Now I can recommend that you just find one spot on the floor to look at to keep your balance. Connecting with those things that we just worked on in our chair pose. And see if you can go deeper into the twist. Keep opening the heart. Nice. Connecting with the bandhas. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. And on the way out, see if you can release the pose, come back to standing, and then up. Let down the foot and shake it out. Okay, very nice. So changing legs. So down, shifting the weight, opening up. Yeah, focus on one point. Don't hang in the hip. Take your time from here, yeah? You might want to take a second and just stretch a little bit and then go deeper and deeper and deeper. Keep pulling that knee down towards the floor. Don't hang in your hip. Pull the knee down. That top knee, Maria, especially, pull that knee down towards the floor. Other way, pull it down. Yes, thank you. Beautiful, Eli, keep twisting, keep twisting. Few more. Okay, and we can begin to release the pose when you're ready. Calming out and down, taking a moment and just shake it out. Okay, very nice, you guys. We're just gonna make our way down to the floor. We'll do like a little vinyasa to get down, just to kind of move the body a little bit. Nice and gentle here. So on your inhale, rising up, maybe a heart opener. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Remembering what we were working on, exhale, hands down, leaning forwards into the hands now. And then see if you can lift up and then float back with the legs into your chaturanga. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stay here for an extra breath, activating that back body. Remember the hands, yeah? You're pulling yourself forward with your hands. Hold the shoulder blades together. Exhale, leading with the hips, downward facing. Now, if you feel ready for it, jump through. But it would be nice to bring this attention back to just jumping or floating towards the hands. So inhale, gazing, bending, and yogi's choice what you want to do. Take your time, yeah, rocking back and forth, and see if you can float forwards. Nice, Ela, wonderful. Nice moves. Yeah, väldigt fint, Maria. And then just coming down to sitting from here. Okay, excellent. Janushasana. So the legs are in front of us, yeah? Taking one leg, moving from the hip that we just did standing, the sole against the inside of the thigh, the leg, or the ankle. Now from here, if you want to, this could be just a really relaxed pose. Just sit here and chill out, maybe folding over, or we can really work and be active. So first of all, don't open up your hip. Yeah, because then it'll be more of a side stretch when we're leaning forward. So keep the hips parallel, and then you're working on opening up that hip. Pull the knee down, pressing both legs into the floor to find length up, activating the front body here to pull yourselves forwards, hugging the stomach on the thigh, and then grabbing. The arms are aiding us, moving forwards. And just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper for every exhale. Soft gaze. Beautiful, you guys. 3 more. Last breath. And we're gonna gently come up out of the pose, changing sides. Right leg is out, left leg is in without moving the hips. Active or passive, pressing down, find that length up, pulling yourself forward, and then the arms are giving us a little bit of aid. Very nice, keep breathing. Same distance between the shoulders and the floor. Nice, Maria, there you go. Straightening the back up. Three more. One final breath. And releasing, coming up to sitting. Okay, Marchasana step. So option here, just to do the simple version, one leg in, one leg over,
Or you could bring this idea of opening up the hip to the leg that's underneath us, yeah? So then it will be here, the foot in, preferably the knee is pointing more straight forward. Then the other leg will be here in front of the calf or on the opposite side. So use the glutes to open up, finding that length in the spine, pressing against the knee, yeah? Find that tension to help find even more length in the spine and then twist it. Woo, push it. And then imagine having that bit of stolt overkropp, yeah? Stolt holdning i overkroppen. So like puffing the chest a little bit, pulling the shoulders down, opening the heart, finishing the twist with gazing more and more behind you, in down towards the chest. Keeping your Uddiyana Bandha, so your stomach away from your thigh, and try to find space for your breathing. Keep twisting deeper and deeper. So ladies, watch your shoulders that's hugging your knee, that shoulder isn't moving forward. So pull that shoulder back. Okay guys, last breath, releasing the pose. Okay, so we're gonna change sides. Let me see if I can. So here, you see this shoulder that's hugging the knee? Don't let it come forwards here to twist. So pull it back and up, yeah? So you're using your shoulder blades to pull yourself forward to come deeper so that this isn't happening, but we're here, here, here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, yes. Pull the elbow down. Roll the blades together. Nice. Pressing into the floor as well with your seat, your foot. Nice. Yeah, watch that shoulder, Maria. There you go. And releasing the pose. So we'll do one more here, cow face, if that feels all right. So changing the legs again. Now both of them are going to be opening up, yeah? So if it doesn't make sense to do with both legs, right? The one version is here, opening up the letter 4, like what we just did standing, or one knee is over, or see if you can bring both knees on top of each other. And then also bring both heels in. Pressing down, find that length, and then folding forwards. Being careful here, everything should feel very nice, maybe a little bit intense, but you should be able to breathe just fine. Feel free to stay here for the last couple breaths, or we're gonna walk over the leg that's on top. Yeah, so walking over to the side. So the leg that's on top of you, don't walk away from it, walk over it with your hands. There you go, exactly, yeah. So especially then the opposite arm, finding that length out over. So bringing in a little side stretch here, but keep folding over to bring that stretch into the hips. So now we're focusing a little bit more on the outside of the hips and on that area that we've been working a lot today with finding and keeping the balance and the stabilization in our hips in all these balance poses. All right, and releasing, coming up, changing sides. Take as much time as you need here. So rotate inside of the thighs up, press down, find that length, and then folding over the longest way. Keep rotating the inside of the thighs up towards yourself, pressing the knees down towards each other and the floor. Core, the bandhas are finding length in the spine. Feel free to stay here or start walking the hands over the top leg. And again, really opening up the side of the hip here. And releasing the pose, coming up. Very nice, you guys. Folding over here, give yourself a little hug, releasing and resting the hips. And when you're ready, laying down onto our backs, we're gonna find a little modified butterfly here. So soles of the feet together, knees down. The hands can just be open or maybe resting on the top of our thighs. And just bringing those knees down. Deep breaths. If you feel like it as well, the arms could also be over the head. So if you'd like to take your Shavasana here, then you may. Or when you feel like it's right for you, maybe you want to move in towards your Shavasana. So then you just straighten out your legs, bring your arms down from over your head, a little bit out from the body. Then we're resting here without stretching anything, without opening anything. But we're releasing our bandhas, letting go of the Ujjayi breath. Noticing the weight of your entire body. Noticing all the surfaces that are meeting the floor and your mat. Now you're allowed to release and let go of everything you're holding on to, everything that you're carrying. You're releasing the weight of your body. Releasing your thoughts, your feelings, letting them sink deeper down into these surfaces. Give you guys a couple minutes here in silence.
Okay, yogis. You can start to move the body. Taking a few deep breaths and stretching a little bit. When you're ready, gently roll over onto one of your sides. And finding the easiest way to a comfortable sitting position. And taking a moment here for yourself. Without judging, just observing, just noticing how you're doing right now. And bringing your hands together in front of our hearts. Thank you very much for today. Namaste. All right. Thank you very much for today, yogis. Feel free to stick around for a couple of minutes if you want to chat. Or, yeah, I'll just see you guys next time.